What about you?
I would pick the morally good person too.
Why?
I'm attracted to intelligence, and I cannot find
Why'd
somebody
you
that's
leave your husband then?
racist. Well, he wasn't racist. I left him.
So he was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy.
So does
he
that-
is a nice guy. He's my best friend.
So he's a morally good guy. Why'd you leave him?
Nice and morally.
It was
are not
nothing
the
to
same.
do with him. I was with him from the time I was 14 until I was 31 and was never with anybody else ever. And I felt it wasn't about the relationship. It was about me.
Okay.
I went from an abusive household with my parents, and then they separated when I was 16. And so I was very traumatized and didn't know who I was, and I went from that into a serious relationship that never ended, and so I left him to find myself.
Oh, so you got bored.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It wasn't boring.
You got
Yo,
bored. Oh,
Imagine this,
you
right?
got bored.
You work your ass
Find
off.
some dick.
Find a girl that you marry, and she says, "You know what? My childhood said that I'm messed up. I need to find myself. I'm gonna leave you."
It was
That's
either
crazy.
that or kill myself. So
Oh no, love.
Being
Yeah.
with him?
Well, no, we don't want you to kill yourself. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I'm gonna be honest.
Damn, the relationship was that bad?
Was that
It
bored?
wasn't the relationship. It really had
were you
nothing
bored?
to do with the
Were
relationship.
you bored?
I would say I was a little bored at the end.
Yes.
Not throughout. I've had these feelings, these thoughts, my whole 20s. And
But what
it
about
was
his
a
feelings? What
struggle.
about his thoughts? What about his actual care for you? Obviously he married you, so he cared about you.
Did you feel like you were missing out in your 20s?
Oh yeah, I feel like I
Did
missed
the
out.
fear of missing out really hit you hard, and then you said, you know, I got to take action on this?
No, it wasn't the fear of missing out anymore. I do feel like I missed out in my 20s, but I also don't live with regret. I live in the moment now.
No, we know.
Wait.
You know,
But what about his feelings though?
I care deeply about his feelings.
But
He's
you
still
left
my
him.
best friend. I know. It was the hardest decision of my life. I mean, I was with him for 17 years of my life. And so I do, and we're in a really good place right now. And
If you came back to him and said, I want to work it out, would he work it out with you and take you back?
100%.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's your answer.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
He is a very nice guy.
Finish last.
So,
That's big.
and I've, fear of missing out. Would you say that the internet and social media exacerbated that fear of missing out?
TikTok, Instagram.
Looking at friends or looking at other people kind of living their life and having a certain lifestyle, did that kind of, I guess, invigorate the FOMO even more so?
Looking at her.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you see, what normal 20-year-olds have done, and you're like, I did nothing.
Yeah.
I got married at 20. I had my first kid at 23. Had my second kid at 25. Was a stay-at-home mom all those years until my kid was 5.
Did your friends or peers shame you for getting married so young and having children young, saying things
No,
like, "Oh,
they
you
all
should
were
have,"
like, "Oh, we knew this was you have already been together for 6 years. We knew this was coming."
but no one said "Oh, you should live your life" or "Go out there"?
Only
and...
my grandmother told me I shouldn't.
Granny.
So is that
Yeah,
your
only my
grandmother?
grandmother.
Hold on.
So is
Only
that-
wait. I'm trying to make sure I understand here. Your grandmother told you to go out there and live your life, or was she saying no, stay with the family?
Oh no, she was go out, live your life, don't get married, you're too young.
Okay, but everyone else was like, you did the right thing,
Yes.
being a housewife.
And even now,
kids.
I have every person pretty much in my life telling me I'm making a mistake.
You
Pretty
guys
much.
forget about where we're from. The three of us are from a whole different area than where anybody else has grown up. We don't look at FOMO of oh, girls going out to nightclubs and
Oh yeah, that wasn't
private
my
jets.
scene.
No. When we graduate high
PJs,
school,
no.
we get married
Yeah.
and we have
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
So no one was telling her don't do it. They were, in fact, it's weird
Yeah.
if you don't get married.
This
It's
is
weird
true.
if you don't have children.
That
right
is
away.
exactly correct.
We come from a very
My-
conservative area.
What I don't have regrets, but if I had one, the thing that I missed out on most was the college experience with sports, right? I was a cheerleader for a very long time. That's the only thing that I wasn't a club
Cheerleader?
goer. Yeah, I was a cheerleader for 15 years and I'm still a cheerleading coach. But I don't have I am not a drinker. I'm not I've no drugs, nothing like that. It wasn't anything like that. It was more of just the normal, I would have been great in college, being able to go into a dorm. I didn't do that. I stayed home. I was a homemaker. I went to college, but
You came home every day.
I came home every single day and
Yeah.
I made dinner and, I was the housewife while trying to get my education degree. And I don't regret it. I had a lot of love and a lot of happiness in my 20s, but I also had a lot of, identity and like suicidal thoughts and like just crisis inside of myself that whole decade as well that I'm trying to fix right now. Like I'm in therapy to fix right now.
Okay.
That is not fair at all, bro.
Interesting.
That's kind of. You don't think it's kind of selfish?
It is very selfish, and we've talked about that too. But unfortunately, like I said, it's either I fix myself or I am not going to be here much longer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Well, you might have had a bad past, so 100%. I'm not questioning that. I'm just saying, like, damn, like you married.
and you lost your virginity
Guy.
to your guy and everything, right?
Yeah, he was the only person I was ever with for 17 years until this year, this summer. Well, like a month ago.
So are you
2
figuring
months
those
ago.
things out?
I am figuring myself out.
Good.
hmm I'm more mentally stable now than I have ever been in my
How
life.
many dicks you had so far?
Yeah, how many?
Including-
I mean,
You want my
after
body
him.
count after? It's over
9,000!
No,
I mean, I'm asking.
including Bree here, I have slept with 7 people.
Well, let's just count males because I don't
6
count females.
then.
6 guys. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Females don't count as a body?
I mean, for the purposes of this question, I'll say
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
But
Yo, that poor guy though, bro.
yeah.
That's
I
right,
mean,
right,
I
right.
completely agree. I feel like a bitch. I feel terrible.
So,
I mean, you
Um,
should, man. God damn.
Shout out to
Yo,
Ron,
you spent
man.
your whole life working to be successful for your girl and your family, and you just walk away like
Fresh.
that.
She's alive, Fresh. Don't worry about it, man.
And I mean, we've had these conversations throughout, my decade of 20s, and it was always like there was no fix. He would, we would talk, and nothing would change for
What,
me.
what were the changes that you
personally.
wanted from him that he didn't do?
It wasn't from him. It was I am.
Oh, so there was
I
nothing
don't
he
know
could
who
have done.
I am.
So there's nothing he could have done.
No.
Okay.
Do you think
I
that's
think that this was inevitable for me. Like I have to be able to
Right.
figure out myself.
You know when a girl
At
says
some
to you,
point.
"It's not you, it's
It's
me."
me, yeah.
It's definitely her.
Yeah.
It is 100% me.